Good morning, everybody, and welcome to day 2, Airgun Expo 2025. It is a beautiful day. Boy, when we were setting up Friday, very hot.
It's very, very hot.
Saturday, yesterday, better. Today, better. And we're supposed to even have it a little bit cooler tomorrow. But with the coolness came some wind.
Yes, we have a little bit more of a blustery Texas breeze.
Yeah, we're going to be hitting maybe 15, 20 mile an hour winds today, which should make shooting quite interesting. But fortunately, it's coming from our back, so we should be good to go. Well, enough intro. Let's talk about what we're doing today. Let's talk about our sponsors and all that kind of fun stuff. First of all, I got my sister here. She's going to be assisting me with the Crosman prospect. We're going to get to that in a minute. And we're going to be talking about the NateChrony as well. So that's going to be kind of a cool little video coming up in just a moment. I do want to say thank you to all of our sponsors. And if you guys want to check them out, go to theairgunexpo.com and any of the logos, click on them. You're going to go to the profile page, which is going to have a bunch of cool products on there. And if you ever have a hard time trying to find out who do I contact if I want more information on something, it can be tough if you go to a company's website. Well, right on those profile pages, there's a form. Fill out the form. It goes right to the right person at the company. So please make use of that. Let them know that you learned about them right here on Airgun Expo. Also want to say thank you to GTA, Airgun Army, AirgunWeb, all the folks that help us do what we do. And of course, our Patreon members and our Officers Club members over at Airgun Army. So all of the information about all of this stuff, it's in the video description. If you have questions, please ask and we'll do our best to help you out. So today, what do we got going on? All right, so Crosman prospect, NateChrony. What is NateChrony? Actually, I'll be right back. Hold on. I'm going to get one that's not hooked up. Just like it's like an MIT science project in that box. I'm telling you, it's awesome. Okay, this is brandy new. Okay, so the NateChrony is a little chronograph, and it's hanging off the end of the barrel there that attaches to the front of your gun. So rather than trying to shoot with radar or shoot through sky screens, you got to have perfect lighting or a plug or all that other stuff. This little guy here just attaches. It has different colors now, which is cool. This little guy here just attaches to the front of your air gun. Now, it comes with a 1/2 UNF threaded adapter, but it also he makes adapters that can just slide over the barrel. So if you already have a moderator, you want to shoot through your mod, then through the Chrony, you can adapt it for that. Or you have, or you don't have any threads or whatever, you can make this fit on there. There's a huge hole. Mm-hmm. So even if it's, you have plenty of margin for error, even shooting up to, I think, 30 cal. Today we're going to shoot 22. But that is this little rig. It is powered by like a USB power pack. That's upside down. Sorry, Nate. I'm using a little USB power pack. Goes into the side of the Chrony. And then you take your phone and you connect to the unit. It has its own little Wi-Fi hotspot. What do you mean my fingerprint doesn't match? There you go. All right. So here, you can't really see that, but I'll show Cheryl. She's doing stuff.
I am.
Nate, she's doing stuff for you, buddy.
I am.
She's fixing it.
At least I'm trying to.
She's trying hard to fix it. She fixed it. All right. So you get a little website, and here it actually puts up your numbers. So what we're going to do, because this gun, we're going to talk about the gun now, because this gun has variable power, let's say I want to see what does each power setting give me.
Yeah.
Do you want to run the gun?
Sure.
All right. So the Crosman Prospect is about a $400 gun. If you look at this really closely, you're going to say, Rick, that looks an awful lot like the Barra 1100Z. And you would be right. Couple differences, though. Crosman went in a different direction. Each of those guns are made by a third party and made to the company's tailored specific. So just because it's got a basis doesn't mean they're the same, okay? So these are similar but very different. Where the Barra has 2 gauges and those things going on, this only has 1 gauge. They're not really set for you to change the regulator on this. It's really set for you to just shoot it and use the power adjuster if you want to adjust your power. The gauge on the bottom, which, you have the gauge. I don't know if you guys have PCPs, but they'll have different colors. You guys aren't seeing this, but I'll show Cheryl. If you look at this, you've got like the green part. Mm-hmm. Okay, maybe we'll take pictures, and when you edit this, you can put a picture in.
That would be very helpful.
There we go. So you've got like a fill gauge, and you have the green section. Well, the green section is actually where you're on the reg. So as long as you stay in the green, you're going to be on the regulator. So when it drops below, you're off the reg. You don't actually need another gauge because they calibrated this to what the reg's set to. I think that's pretty cool, keeps things simple. It does have a very different trigger than the Barra 1100Z, and it's obviously got a different stock. So that is the kind of the cosmetic differences. The other big difference is it does have this external power adjuster as well as a hammer spring adjuster. So a little bit more adjustability without having to take the gun apart. I like that. I'm going to ask you to hold that for me because the wind's blowing and
we don't want it to fall over.
I don't like it when things go flying. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to put this in. Safety's on. All right, so I'm going to have you shoot the piggy. Okay. Now I'm going to monitor the NateChrony right here, and we're going to see what kind of. First of all, let's just see what power set are you on. Are you on high?
It looks like it's all the way up.
Okay, let me just double check. So I want you to grab that power adjuster. Yeah, so you got a little swoop. Mm-hmm. I want you to go all the way low. See how stiff it is?
Ooh.
And it's got clicks.
Yes.
So it's not just variable like random that can shift on you. There's actually got clicks to it. So go all the way back up again. And we're going to shoot 2 shots at high and then 2 shots on low. Okay? And just we're going to see. We're going to shoot for the pig. The first shot should hit pretty good. I don't think the second shot's going to hit the pig. All right? And this should give us audio with velocity right on our phone. Fingers crossed. Okay, it was working earlier. Come on, let's work.
Okay, it's getting the rest.
Okay, situated. You're going to shoot for the front shoulder, right?
Front shoulder.
Front shoulder on the pig, going for a kill shot.
Hopefully. We shall see.
Okay, and your safety is on.
Yep. Until I get it adjusted, it's not coming off.
Right. You got ice cream? I'm going to need some ice cream while I'm waiting for.
I know, I'm slow. He's fast. He does this all the time.
I do.
Okay. Safety's off.
Okay.
Where did I hit? Ooh.
Right, so we got 821 feet per second. It didn't give me a voice, but that's all right. We're just going to, I'll just call them out. Okay. So we're shooting 18-1-3s, and let's see what the second shot gives us. Okay.
Same spot. All right.
So that was 816, basically 817, 816.99 feet per second. Now, don't shoot again. We're going to take that and put it all the way,
Safe is on.
All the way low power. We're going to see the extreme variation. Yeah, it's not going to hit the pig. I'll just tell you. So put the power all the way low.
Safe.
Yep.
All the way low.
Okay, now let's take a shot. You remember to cock the gun. That's awesome. All those pro tips are helping out.
All right. On fire.
Okay.
Oh, it hit dirt.
313 feet per second. All right. So we went from 313, we went from 8 something. Where were we at? We were at 816 or 820, 816 to 313. So 500 foot per second spread. So if you're at 5 meters in your basement, you may want to put it on that setting. Okay. Take another shot.
Okay.
We'll just see how consistent it is. See if it maintains that. Sometimes you get like low power with the transfer. It's not as consistent, but let's see.
Maybe it will help push the pellet.
Yeah, it's coming from behind us. It's going to shove the pellet for us. All right. That was a little bit faster. A little faster. It was 321. Okay. So now let's come up 1 click on the power. You get 1 click?
I have 1 little tiny click.
Let's take it. Let's see what 1 click gets us. That's 438. Take another shot. Okay, 441. Come up, hold on. Come up another click.
It's a very quiet click.
It's a very quiet click, yep. $542. So it's like 100 and some odd feet per second. That's not bad.
Do another?
Yeah, please. Okay, that is another 542. So now we're like getting to the consistency. All right, so that's 542 and 542. Okay, do another click.
I think that was a click. It was hard to hear.
Okay, you should feel it too.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a give.
Okay, so take another 2 shots.
Oh, it's closer.
646. So we went from 320 to 430, well 440, 540 to 640. It's about 100 foot per second. Okay, and that is 545. So one was 546.91 and one was 545.69. So very close. Do you have one more click left or 2 more clicks left?
There was a click.
Okay, are you all the way up yet?
No.
Oh, you're almost.
Almost.
Wow, no, you got more clicks to go. Go for it. Oh, you know what? Pull the mag and cock it, and we will reload. All right. So, what do you think of the gun so far?
It's not bad. I will say trigger. I like having that stop.
Okay, the 2-stage.
The 2-stage, and I like the cocking.
Okay.
Piece.
So this is about a $400 gun, and I think I'm running the Hawk Vantage. Yeah, so I'm running the Hawk Vantage wide angle side focus scope. Yeah, I don't know if it's first focal plane. It is. So it's first focal plane too. So it's about a $400 scope on a $400 gun. It's not a bad package.
Safe off.
Mm-hmm.
That sounded louder.
Less of a difference. So now we're at 684. Okay. 682. Let's go up another one. I didn't know how many clicks it had.
Wait, hold on. That might have been, I think that was a click.
Okay. Very, very soft on the clicks.
I mean, it's hard to, well, it's not, there's
a lot of resistance, yes.
To do that. And the clicks are very quiet. And if you're not paying attention, you're going to miss.
I think it's going to be more feel than hear. So you'll actually feel the resistance change and you'll feel that ball detent drop into place. Okay.
Did I cock the gun?
Well, we're going to find out.
Yeah.
Pro tip. Oh, she did.
I did. Look at that. Okay.
All right, you're at 729. I didn't think she'd done it. Okay. 728.
All right, here we go.
So we were doing 100 foot per second on the lower end of the scale. Now we're doing about 50 foot per second as we're getting higher.
I think I'm almost near.
Almost to the top. Well, we topped out at like 820, so your next one should put you pretty close. There it is.
Ha-ha.
So that's 759. You might have one more click to go. Okay. Let's give it another click.
Oh yeah, it's like right there.
All the way up now?
No.
Really?
It's like it's almost
She
there.
must be feeling invisible clicks. I don't know.
Maybe I'm not turning it right, but it's almost. Thank you. It's almost there.
Other pro tip. Gosh, shut that thing.
Yes, yes, yes. You are correct. I like the sound of it hitting that.
We didn't do 2 shots on the last one. That was my fault. Go ahead. Okay. All right. There's a 785. There it is. So we had 783, 785. Right. No, we did do 2 shots.
We may be at the top.
Are you at the top now? Interesting to see that really big change, and then it's just kind of flattening out. That sounded good. You're at 811, which that's about what we were hitting before. It'll vary between 820 and 811. 811. $812. Yeah. Okay. Anything left in the tank? Or are you out?
It's done.
All right. So
safe.
Yeah. I mean, once
dead.
you got near the top, you were back on the pig again. But you guys can see the lower velocities didn't get there. But here's what's cool. If you didn't have a way to measure it, how do you know what you're doing, right? People will call me up and say, Rick, how many turns of the hammer string to get my gun to shoot most? I don't know. You got a Chrony? No? Well, you can't adjust a gun without a Chrony. It doesn't work without, if you can't measure what you're doing, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know your starting point. You don't know your ending point. Did you make it better? Did you make it worse? You don't know. Now, there's lots of Chronies on the market. I'm not saying Nate's is the best one out there. It's pretty good though, but it's affordable. Yeah. Everything's on safe here?
Yes, it's on safe.
It just goes right on the end of the gun, right? Whether you use the adapter or whether you have like the threaded adapter or you have the other like slide on adapter. He also has adapters for like the Diana pistols, for like the smaller threads. He's got those. Just a really, really cool setup. He also has another unit that actually measures, I think it's like an accelerometer. So it doesn't measure movement per se, but it measures that jerky movement. So when you're pulling the trigger, that kind of movement, the lower the score, the better you're shooting. We're going to bring out the Hubin pistol later today, and we're going to test that unit on that pistol because it's pretty cool. And it will help let you know, am I pulling too far to the right, too far to the left? Am I jerking? How am I jerking that's screwing up my shot? And it actually gives you that table. The Chronies run from like 120 to 180-ish, plus or minus. And they run right off a battery pack. They dump over to your phone. You don't have to load any software. It doesn't collect any data, none of that stuff. It's just a little embedded web system on that little unit. Very, very cool. If you want to save your data, you can save that string and store it. 812. Thank you. Now you're going to talk to me. You're great. Wonderful. Thank you. So what I want to do now is ask Bob to go ahead and bring the tank over. And we're going to top this off. And I thought what we could do is do a little shooting. Since we've got it, we spec'd out. I want to see what it does. I want to clear the shots. 0. Now it's going to talk to me. I want to actually do like some spinners, or I want you to maybe shoot the bullfrog targets and see how they do for you.
Okay.
Can we get that? Yep. And,
We're going to hold on to that.
Yep.
Not letting go.
And if you want to shoot at 100, if you're looking at your scope, you go all the way down. There's the last dot and then a line just under the dot. Mm-hmm. That is the aim point at 100 yards. And I was smacking the crap out of the quadrant target. Ooh. So if you want to take a few shots at the little bullfrogs and then go out to 100, we can do 100.
Okay.
Just give me a minute to set the camera up.
Yep.
I'll let you know.
Okay, I got this.
You got that?
All right. Again, I really love the way this gauge works. If you fill it to the edge of the green and you stay in the green, you're on the reg.
Now, the other thing that seems really cool about that Chrony is I watch you, since I edit his videos and stuff and have helped with filming in the past, I watch him navigate with his Chronies, and he's got a few. Some of them are quite entertaining to try and get out of the shop and get set up. And I think one was shot.
Well, I have shot my Chrony. You're not a real air gunner if you haven't shot your Chrony. John, have you ever shot your Chrony? John says he has not shot his Chrony, which means he's not a real air gunner. So,
But,
you know, if you haven't shot your Chrony, you're not a real air gunner. Now, if you only ever buy one of these, you'll probably never be a real air gunner because the hole is like that big. You're not going to shoot it. So, John says he's too cheap to shoot his Chrony. Okay, all right.
But he does have Chronies, and they're on tripods. They're nice. He does use them. He tests out different ones. But this is very space-saving. It's travel-friendly.
I was just going to say that. It comes down to what you need, right? So I have the FX Chrony. Love that unit. It does all kinds of math. It stores all kind of data. So I can go back a year ago, pull up my gun, see my shot group. That's awesome. If that's what you need, like if that's kind of data you want, then get that, right? But if you just want to tune your gun and you want to throw this in your pack, right? And if you have like the right phone, like this phone, this is a Samsung, this will actually provide power delivery to that. So you don't even need a battery pack. Just keep your phone charged, plug it in, and that'll power that unit. Not all phones do that, but you can. And this is your screen, this is your battery. So I think it's pretty cool. Now, are you ready?
I guess so.
All right, let's see how you do. Okay, so I've done the whole clear shots.
0.
All right, let's see if we get some talking to us.
Oh, hold on.
Down a little bit. There you go. Cool. All right. So let's try the bullfrogs, and then let's try the quadra target. By the way, if you like the NateChrony stuff, it's NateChrony.com. He also has a whole profile on the Airgun Expo too, so you definitely can check that out.
Okay.
Where are you going, Sue?
Just moving the camera just a fraction.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm on the little froggies to the right of the piggy. Okay.
Man, I'm loving this range. We just put new targets up, all of this fun stuff to shoot. It's really cool.
I like the new colors you have on the targets.
That was all Sue. Now, I hit all the targets earlier. Just saying.
No pressure.
I did take a few extra shots on the little one, though.
Okay, here we go.
$814. Little lip. $814.
Now, is the scope, you're like really far away from the scope. Is the full sight picture like this big with no blackness around it, or do you have black?
I don't know. When I shoot a scope after you, it's very odd.
I'm just wondering if you get closer, is it better? And do we need to turn the table so that you get more of an angle?
See, the thing is when I try to get closer, I feel like a turtle having to stretch out of the shell.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. If we turned you and the gun is sideways, like this. Okay, hold on. Hop up for a second. We're just going to try something. You hold the gun.
Hold on. Safe.
Okay, now sit down.
Okay.
Okay. And she's short on that stand.
I'm short. I can't get away from that. Oh my goodness, that's weird feeling.
Was it? She's like way far away. She's only at 6 power. So I'm wondering if her setup, does that look different in the scope?
It does look different.
Okay, so.
The way I'm on the gun now is different too. Like the way I'm leaning on it.
Yep. Is that any better, worse, different?
I don't know. We're going to find out.
Okay. If she completely shanks the target, I'm sorry I ruined you.
It's okay. I will not blame you.
Yes.
It's on camera. You have witnesses. I will not blame you. Off. On fire. Oh. My turn.
Pro tip, cock the gun.
818. Nice.
Now, I wonder if you change the magnification here.
That was a little low and to the right.
So I'll just go like...
Rotate to the left.
Okay. Oh, all right.
Hey, Rick, how about pro tip? When in doubt, take a test shot.
Yes, when in doubt, take a test shot, like into the bank. Yes, yes. If you think, yeah, that really comes into play when you're cocking the gun and you don't get it back all the way. Cock it, pull the mag, nice hit. Pull the mag, put the thing back and take a shot into a safe direction. Did you hit the second to the?
Yes.
I did.
Woo!
Okay, I'm gonna go for that little one. I don't know how this is gonna go.
She's cranking it all to 16. Are you able to see the full scope now?
Just about, yeah.
Okay. I thought she was too far away on it.
Okay, here we go. Oh, that's tiny.
Yes, it is.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I know.
Oh my gosh.
Can you tell where you're hitting left, right, up, or down from it?
No, I can't because it's blending in with the dirt. I just see the light shining off the top of it.
You were hitting low and to the right on the other two before that, so maybe they were
So here's what you do. If you guys have ever done what's called bracket shooting, so here's your crosshair.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're hitting here, don't put the crosshair on it. Put it in the crook of the target, in the crook of the crosshair.
Okay.
Okay, so you just kind of, if that's your crosshair, you put your impact right here,
Okay.
not dead center. So just put it in the bottom right quadrant of the crosshair.
Okay. All right. Where did I hit? I can't tell.
I can't tell. All right, let's move on to the 100-yarder.
Yep, I don't want to waste.
Okay, so now there's another setting you need to be concerned about.
Safe.
We're going to shoot the quadrant target.
Going to 100. All right.
Okay, so you have your reticle focus to make sure the crosshairs are clear right here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this one right here.
This is your magnification.
Okay.
This is what's called your parallax. We're going to call it focus. It's not really focus, but that's the effect. And what we're going to do is look down range, and if you turn this towards you, you see the 100-yard marker?
Yes.
Okay, that's should make that and focus at 100 yards. If it's not, just fine-tune it until the field of view is in focus. And on our crosshair, there's ... hash, and then I think that's got boxes at the bottom.
It does.
Okay, so what we're going to do is go all the way down. I think there's 4 dots or 5 dots.
1, 2, 3, 4 dots.
All right, so we're going to go 4.5, hold over at 100, and let's see if you hit it.
So you do the dot in the bar?
The dash below the dot, the last dot, is where I was hitting earlier.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
Okay.
I see it.
And just so you guys know, we've got 7 shots in. The extreme spread is only 4.67 foot per second on a $400 gun.
Okay, it's off safe. All right.
No!
Oh!
Just walk away.
Oh, I'm done. I'm done. Wow.
And that's our show for today.
Why couldn't I do that on the little one? You know what we need to Use orange on those little spinners on
Yeah,
the
so
right.
you can see them better.
Yes.
When we repaint them, we'll put a different color. I think you should stop.
I'm stopping. I am done. It is on safe.
Drilled the dead center 1-inch disc at 100, $400 gun. That's okay. So I remember when I got this in and I shot it, I'm like, this was really something. To be part of it and watch how the entry-level stuff is really performing. Now, I do like the more expensive guns too, but it's about
nice.
that. It's more about the shooting experience and a lot less about performance and accuracy, because here's a $400 gun that was, you're crunching them here at 50, and then you took a shot. Now, I did set it up, and I did know where to aim. All right, so I did give her everything
And you
she
coached
needed.
me.
I did. I'm
And
teasing.
I listened, so that helped.
I'm teasing, but the fact that you drilled the center at 100, that's really cool. I was putting all my
That was
shots on that
cool.
4-inch target down there, so it's in, and we have a bit of a breeze. It's
We
not like
do.
it's perfect conditions, and I just think that's awesome. $400 gun, about a $400 scope, and you can actually be plinking and shooting or hunting out to 100 yards, because that'd be a prairie doggy headshot. Easy.
With a Chrony attached that did not
Didn't impact anything.
mess the shooting.
Yeah, and now you got your data. So our extreme spread is 4.86 feet per second, standard deviation of 1.49. If you guys are into numbers, you know that's very, very good. And we don't need two gauges. We don't need a bunch of weird adjustments. The gun just shoots. So Crosman Prospect, if you want to learn more about this, we got information at theairgunexpo.com. If you want to know more about NateChrony, you got that. More about Hawk, you got that. More about the JSP pellets we're shooting, the 1813s, all of that, you can check all of it out at theairgunexpo.com. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Very cool airgun.
This was nice.
Thank you, Crosman. Thank you all of our sponsors. We'll be back in a little bit. Thanks for watching. That was really good.
That was a nice shot.
That was beautiful. There's nothing
That was a
like
really
watching
nice-
that little thing go.